Is it recording? You're late. You are late. Okay. The whole thing was already recording. What's up, you guys? Just trying to set the timer. I don't want to go over. Okay. Thank you, guys, guardian angels, galactic team of the 100% pure white bright light, ancestors known and unknown, cosmic family. Allow me to get the most clearest messages that aligns us and put us on our path for our highest good in my art and in truth. Amen Ra. Let's see who this resonates with. Shout out to you guys who are subscribing to this channel and my other channel, Cosmic Midpoint Talks. All right. Ooh, nice. Let's see what we have for this group. Let's see. Now we're gonna get us an activation. High Priestess, coming out knowing what you know because you know it so well. Okay. Very mysterious here. You're a keeper of secrets. Okay. You know a lot, but you don't say a lot, which is wise, which is the way that I've been living my entire life. Okay. What's at the bottom? Star with the Ace of Swords peeping out. You see it. Reap and weep. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're a star. You're a healer. You're seeing that. You could be someone that does divination or that is tapping into their spiritual abilities, their spiritual gifts, right? I feel like you got the Knight of Pentacles with the Eight of Wands. Wow, with the Ace of Wands, yeah. You definitely could be into the spiritual arts. There's a lot of us that's on the channel, that's on the, YouTube, growing our channel. This it's almost like this is a new wave. I felt like I was initiated into the wave, at least within the past 5 years, 6 years. And I did a little bit, if you guys see some of my videos. But there was a lot of distractions. There was a lot of releasing that I needed to do more so, and a lot of making a final decision to stick to the script, right? So that could be something that resonates with you. May not, let me know in the comments. But I do see that you're healing your. Maybe you were stuck somewhere with that Two of Swords, and also even with the healer, with the star energy, Age of Aquarius. You know that you're here to share information. You know that you're here to get cosmic downloads and to share that with the world. And you're no longer going to. You know what help? You know what it is. I feel like time helped you to solidify yourself in this path, in this destiny, for you to know, okay, this is it. Like, let me stop playing myself. Period. Okay. What's this? Yeah, Three of Wands, moving towards it, moving forward, trusting that there's going to be a new path, that this is your new path and you're moving forward on that. Yeah, there's an end of a cycle, there's an end of a repetition here, something where it's kind of like keeping you from stepping into this new destiny, this new path, this new self-image, this new gift. I feel like there's an ending of that. 10 is completions. Yeah, Eight of Swords. I'm telling you, with the Four of Wands and the Chariot, you were stuck. You felt stuck. But I feel like that was an illusion, probably placed upon yourself, because we did see the Two of Swords and the Eight and the Two was 10. But it's I feel like it's because you healed from people constantly making you feel less than, people backstabbing you, leaving you left out, frozen, not paying you any mind, neglecting you, and you possibly helped in that. You neglected yourself, you abandoned yourself, and you believed subconsciously over time, perhaps from all of that you had to go through. Ten of Swords is painful. Ten of Swords is very painful. And I feel like you've released it, because Ten of Swords is also resurrection. You're no longer the same person that's going to believe lies and illusions and projections of insecure people, right? You're now standing up for yourself and you don't give a fuck, okay? Kindly. You're not doing it in a bitchy way, because I feel like you just have higher knowledge, higher awareness of what this is. This is a game, and you learn the lesson, you evolve, and you co-create and choose positive thoughts to create a life that you want to live. You're not repeating cycles where you feel stuck. You're getting out of your head and you're moving forward. Okay, let's see. I feel like there's emotional intelligence here too, that you've evolved, that you've received. This could have been an ancestor gift as well. Yeah, you got the Nine of Swords with the Seven of Cups. I'm telling you, just illusions, fake. This is my Seven of Cups is my fake love, straight up to my face. Okay, you were tired of going through that. You were tired of going through that. You were up in your all up in your head. I'm up in my head. I'm thinking about it over and over again. Look at that, High Priestess. with the wheel peeping out again. Okay, double high priestess energy. So you have the gift. You had the gift. It's not something brand new. Maybe you just activated it and you just started to walk in it, but you always had it. You always had it. So you know that the experiences that you had, confirmation, were the ones that, see, I didn't even get to finish saying it in that rang. So it's like you already knew. These experiences just help you to sharpen your intuition. It helps you to believe in yourself. It helps you to strengthen your gifts a lot more. Okay? High priestess. Again, high priestess. Okay? You could be very close to the moon. You probably get easily triggered or affected emotionally by the moon. Okay? Every moon cycle. Yeah, 9 of Wands. It's in the reverse though. So I kind of feel like you're just no longer just worried. You're no longer guarded. You're putting your guards down. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, when it comes to just feeling left out, always not having enough money, just feeling like people just don't really see you, don't care about you, like heavy on the Taurus energy, just going through hardship. Yeah, you're manifesting something better for yourself with the Magician and the Page of Pentacles. You're manifesting something different for yourself. You're learning to trust yourself again. You're learning to trust your intuition again. So I hear a lot about the healing work, which I talk about on Midpoint Talks on the other channel. Make sure you go there. The information is somewhere. The video is going to be popping up too to subscribe to the channel. I feel like, what was I going to say? Shoot, I hate when that happened. Something about learning to trust yourself, right? Learning to try something new. There's new opportunities. I'm getting Tower moment, like your entire life was brought into a complete halt, ending, completion, and now you get to try something new. I'm also getting you're getting a new lease on life. It's like you've been set free. So even though it looks like you were going through hardship, you actually really have been set free. And that was almost an initiation that you needed to go through. So I'm also getting, I don't know, people won't be able to go through that initiation. I know that much. Page of Wands. You want to know why you were able to go through that initiation? Because you have the ability to look at your life experiences from a positive perspective. You're someone that sees a cup half full. You're like, you know what, this happened for a reason. And some people are like, well, not everything has a reason. You're right, not everything has a reason. However, I'm choosing for it to have this reason so I can have a better output on life. I can have a better outcome in life. Okay, you're just looking at something different. It could be some type of new ideas, new messages. You're able to do that. It's also, now that you let your guard down, you're able to receive more messages as well. You got the 4 of Pentacles here, King of Swords, and the 5 of Swords. Yeah, learning where to put, and then the Hierophant. Learning, it's like you're really sharp now. If you weren't sharp before, now you're very sharp. You pick up on the small nuances, the small emotional triggers and projections and the changes. You pick up on it very
It's 17 hours.
Very keenly now. Sheesh. Okay. You pick up on it very easily, very keenly. You're sharp. King of Swords, very clear. Go watch the other video. This may be significant. It may be significant for you because I mentioned the King of Swords. The King of Swords came out in the last video. Okay. Yeah. Now you're getting your 9 of Cups. You're getting everything that you deserve. Everything that you love, everything that you want to put your energy into, everything that you did put your energy into, everything that you wanted to manifest. If you're in the 5 of Pentacles, you know how you're going to do it. Your money is about to change and you're going to be able to do just that. Period. Period. I'm a lucky girl. Everything is always working out for my highest good. All is well. Okay. I feel like you say a lot of these affirmations. 2 of Swords with the Emperor and the 4 of Swords and then the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're learning that you don't always have to constantly overwork, right? You're also choosing to rest a lot more. So I see that balance of the feminine and masculine energy. I feel like you're like, yo, my path, I'm always going to be on my path. And that's something I used to say in high school. You could never get off your path. I used to say that in high school. Always a high priestess, always been a high priestess. That could have been you. You always just knew things. And you probably knew a lot of things from a lot of people, things, what they did, what they said and everything, but you never said anything. You just checked it. It's like, oh, okay. You put it in that mind. What is this? 8 of Cups, yeah. You put it in that what do you call that when you categorize everything? Compartmentalization folder that you got in the back of your brain. That's where you put it. Okay, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2000. Like, you got archives, yo. Archives. I'm gonna have to call this archives. You've got archives that you haven't revealed. Can I remember that title, please? I gotta write it down. Oh my gosh. Archives. All right, let me see. Archives of what? Information on people. There's another word for that though. Lovers. You're choosing, but you're choosing up. You're choosing better for yourself. The sun is setting too, y'all, so forgive me. Eight of Cups. Walking away from anything that is not serving you. It just isn't fulfilling. Like, you're doing the same thing over and over again. You don't want that. Being up all night in your head, nah. Seven of Cups, illusions, fake love straight up to your face, nah. We're too grown. And even if we weren't too grown and you're in high school, you're not playing those games, because you see how that ended up for people that keeps playing games. And this is something too about learning not to date beneath you emotionally, energetically. Not just age, but just emotionally and energetically, because people will come and play in your face. I know people that were married since high school. They're still together. Granted, I'm sure they had their own challenges. And then I know 50-year-olds who still can't get it right. 28-year-olds, 38-year-olds who still, and that's because they're not God focused. I don't know what you focus on, but you ain't God focused. You ain't God focused. Yeah, you balancing yourself, healing heartache, all right? Healing sadness, healing loss. You're choosing up, choosing higher level connections, all right? Balancing your energy, pouring back into yourself, healing yourself, all right? Make sure you drink your water. Make sure you get you some sunlight, ground your energy in nature, walk barefooted. Seven of Swords, fell right on the Seven of Cups. You're not dealing with this anymore. That's done, okay? You've got archives of what people done to you too. You got the Seven of Cups with the Seven of Swords. 7-7 may be significant, maybe even 7-7-7 with the Lovers again. With the Lovers again, that's crazy. You're not choosing anything less than, yeah, Queen of Pentacles with the Moon card. Exactly. With the Hermits, yeah. You're too, I feel like you're so above this. It'll be impossible to, like, even try to reach you. I feel like people are trying to reach you. Two of Wands came out in the reverse. This is you planning, like, okay, where am I going to go to next, right? You know it's not going to be towards this way. It's not going to be towards the Seven of Swords, illusions. You're not doing that anymore. You're no longer doing that. I do see with the Ace of Wands here, the Two of Wands, and in the Page of Wands upright, that leaves with one wand, which is the Ace of Wands. So you're going after your spiritual gifts, your creativity, your passion, the things that you love, the things that you're excited to create. Okay. With the King of Wands, you're excited to create. You're magnetic. You're attractive. You listen to your intuition. You're a leader in your own life. You're taking charge. Your fire may be very significant. Everyone has all the elements in their body. So your solar plexus, you could be going through a lot with your solar plexus, your abdomen. Right now, you may be having a lot of indigestion issues. Probably need to use the bathroom a lot. Okay, drink some ginger tea. Okay, do your solar plexus chakra clearing. If you need assistance with that, reach out to me. There's a lot of information online. Make sure you guys cop that Emotional Mastery and Magnetic Protection ebook. I'm gonna put it in the comments down below. You can use that. It's super good for you, and it's a great way to donate to the channel and to get something for yourself. All right, it's always an exchange of energy on this channel, even liking and subscribing. All right, Ten of Swords, just no longer receiving this less than energy, feeling blocked, feeling burdened. It's just too heavy. That energy is too heavy. You're not doing it anymore. Last message before we do an activation. Justice again with the Ten of Cups. Okay? Yes. Getting everything that you deserve and more. Let's do a Book of Doors everything you want. Happy family. 10 of Cups, that's ultimate fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment. That's marriage. That's union between you and a partner. Maybe you had a lot of problems with relationships like I did, right? And now you're like, yo, I only really want to, if I'm going to be dating, it's going to be the person I'm going to be marrying. You don't know how that's going to be. It's the how is not up to you. You're like, God is going to figure it out. Because God is reading my energy right now. And I don't need anything less than. Thank you. Next. Period. Okay. And that person might already be here. Okay. For some of you, that person could definitely be here because we had the Lovers twice. Definitely could be here. So don't break your guard for anything or anyone. Shout outs to my uncle and my favorite cousin, Ampu. Okay, you guys may know him as Anubis. That's my dog. Okay, literally. That's my dog. Okay. Ampu, what's at the bottom? Sekhmet. Ooh. Okay. Sekhmet is at the bottom here. Sekhmet and Ampu, man, I feel sorry for them. Okay. You don't want anybody to go through heartache, to go through pain, to have to repeat life cycles. But unfortunately, it's like you reap what you sow. And you're not going to sacrifice yourself for anybody. You could teach and hope they take the time to practice and to learn and to be patient like you did, right? Some of you took you 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. People haven't even started on their journey yet. I hope they get it by 60, 70, 80 before they transition up out of here. Or they might even, I don't know. That's not up to me. But you just never know. I had a friend that he transitioned early last year. Early because he's our age. He's my age. We went to high school together. And I could imagine it's because of everything he was around. I don't know what he was into. But, you know, it was sad. I was shocked when my friend called me. And then his Instagram disappeared. And I'm like, man, does this happen automatically? How do they know? We gotta pay attention of the principalities and everything that's working out too. That's working in the background. But anyway, Ampu works between the living and the dead. He's the one that brings the souls to safe passage underneath the dead, in the duat, okay? He's a guide and he's your protector. So you're also being told that you are protected, okay? You may resonate with Ampu, and that may be an energy that you need to work with, as well as Sekhmet. And if you're going to work with Sekhmet, make sure you work with Baset as well. Okay, Sekhmet pretty much put a fire to all of the illusions, all the drunkards and the smokers and, you know, low vibrational frequencies, people that wanted to play in your face. Like, Sekhmet gets rid of them. So you're highly protected. Sekhmet smells blood, okay, and goes and devours it, and she doesn't stop. Ever, until Ra, you know, hooks her up with a little something and puts her to sleep. Then she wakes up as Baset with compassion. So you get to have compassion for people that work against you. Family, friends, ex-lovers, it doesn't matter. You get to have compassion for these people because they didn't know what you knew. They didn't know. And you still know a lot of things that you haven't even said, nor do you feel like you probably even need to or care. Because you are operating from truth. You are operating from integrity. You are operating as a friend. They were operating as trying to steal something from you, manipulate you, or clout chase, or even just try to like belittle you and make you feel less than. Because obviously you're connected to Ra. You're connected to the higher force energy. Okay. You're connected to the universe. You're connected to source, the mother, father of all. All right. This is the opener of the way. You could probably do some type of opening of the way. Don't quote me on this, but I kind of feel like this probably work with Papa Legba, CYECN, if you're Haitian. You know, I'm thinking of like the crossroads, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm just thinking, but I could be wrong. Let me know if you know. I'm going to look it up myself. But yeah, let's get you another activation from the Sacred Geometric Oracle Guide. Ampu came out. Ampu's the truth. That is my every time I get an energy, like I smile. Every time I get his energy, I smile. Fertility. I swear, wasn't that the card that we started with for you? Divine Feminine. Wasn't that the card that we pulled out for you underneath the deck? Fertility. You're giving birth to new ideas. You're giving birth possibly. Maybe you're meant to give birth to a child. Okay, you're meant to give birth to this new idea, this new passion, this Ace of Wands that I'm seeing in my mind's eye. And you had to do that only after you walked away from people, places, and things that was not serving your energy, okay? The frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, more joyful than we were before. And you can't do that if you're stuck and you're guarded, right? It activates the potential of something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new, grander expression of ourselves. Yeah, you had to go through a lot. I'm so glad I wrote that title down because I don't even remember it. I don't even remember it because so much came out already. You may need to work with Sekhmet, with Ra, with Ampu, Osset even, goddess of the fertility as well. I just feel like in 27 is 9 completions. You're done giving birth to other people's dreams, or you're done giving birth to other people's projections. You're living life on your terms. All right, Divine Feminine. Yeah, calling in that healing. You're remembering who you are with remembrance. Okay. Ooh, there's a lot of messages. Let me go. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one.